Now, anybody that knows me knows that I haven't got a note in my head. Not a note. As Billy Tier in the North would say, I don't normally sing, and when I sing, I don't sing normally. But what happened was, I was cabarting with some of my friends in a beat club that was in Leitrim Street called The Cavern. And the band on the night was Rory Gallagher and The Taste. And at that time, way, way back when, the Beatles had just brought out an album, and one of the songs on it was Yellow Submarine. I think it might have been written by Ringo Starr. But anyway, they said, whoever will come up and sing a verse of Yellow Submarine, we'll give them an autographed plastic Yellow Submarine. And I was caught from behind with two of my not good friends and lofted onto the stage. And before I knew it, I had a microphone in front of me and Rory Gallagher backing me, singing. Now, not two verses of Yellow Submarine, just one verse. That's all I got. I got the Yellow Submarine, and I have a funny feeling it is back at home somewhere, if only I could dig it up. But that actually happened. So, as I said, the truth I wouldn't be famous for. But the short story I want to tell you tonight, because I realised there's lots of people coming on. And just, you know, we're talking about health and things like that. A friend of mine was plagued with that awful headaches, migraines. He was tormented, his life was ruined with migraines. Now, saying that, he had the doctor's life ruined as well, because he kept calling to the doctor, looking for a cure. They tried everything. In the end, the doctor just put his hands up and said, there is nothing I can do. There's only one thing. I am going to a conference in Paris, in France. All the best doctors in the world will be there. If I get a chance, I'll ask some of the specialists, have they any cure? So off he went to Paris, and when he came into Cork Airport, there was my friend waiting at the airport to greet the doctor. And he said to the doctor, have you the cure? He said, no, look. He said, did you get a cure? Well, he said, did you or did you not get a cure? Well, he said, I did. But the cure is worse than the illness. I don't care. He said, look, right, what's the cure? So he gave me a lift back to the city, and on the way, the doctor said, I'm after talking to the best specialists in the world. And one fella said, the only cure was for you to be castrated. No, he went wise at the thought of it, but he said, no, couldn't do that, no. So that night he went home, and the migraine that he got was probably one of the worst migraines he ever had. He just couldn't hack it. So he went down the next morning, said to the doctor, knocked on the surgery, said, come on, I'm going to go for the operation. So to make the long story short, he had the operation. And when he came out from the anesthetic, the doctor was waiting for him. And he said, look, he said, you're going to be a bit off form, you're going to be sore, you're going to be this for a while. He said, so what I would recommend to you is that you take a foreign holiday. No, foreign holidays weren't that popular at the time, but he said, take a foreign holiday. And as well as that, to cheer yourself up, go in and get a new outfit, change your image and see how you feel. So he walked into Cork City and he went into Fitzgerald's on Patrick Street, and he went into the man behind the counter, I won't mention his name, and he said, look, he said, I need a new image, I'm going on a holiday. The man said, I'm the very person to look after you. We'll start from top to bottom. A hat, he said, if you're going to the sun, you need a hat. Now my guess is, looking at your head, 6, 7, 8. Geez, he said, how did you know that? But he said, I work in the shop for years, I know things. Now we'll go to the other end, he said, let's look at your shoes. Yeah, 8.5. Ah, for God's sake, he said, that's ridiculous. I'm exactly 8.5, that's what I always wear. How do you know? He said, this is what I do, this is my job. No, he said, you'll probably want the shorts. Look at you, he said, you're 34 regular. Ah, for God's sake, he said, this is incredible. Are you psychic or what? No, he said, this is what I do. No, I'd like you to have an smart jacket for going out in the evening. What about, I'd say you'd be 43 short. You're exactly right. He said, how do you know this? But he said, it's my job. I know this thing. I can sign up straight away. No, he said, you need a couple of nice shirts. I'd say you'd be looking at 15.5 around the neck. I said, I caught you. I'm not 15.5. He said, I'm 14. I'd say you're 15.5. 14, he said, I tell you, 14. He said, I've been wearing 14 for years. And the man in the shop said, I'd say 15.5. He said, but would you mind if I measured it? So he measured him around the neck. And he said, I told you, 15.5. But he said, I've been wearing 14.5 for years. And the man in the shop said, and did you ever get headaches or anything from wearing the shirt that tight? Thank you very much. Good night to you all.